Hello everybody, and I'm back. Today I have decided to do, I usually do just School of Dragons videos, and that's just how I usually do. I just like School of Dragons. It's a very fun game, I really like it, but I also like villains. For some reason or another, I'm a very big fan of villains. Usually in cartoons, I'm always gonna be like, oh, this villain is very cool, I like this villain. I don't know, it's just something about them being so free and not that much in a box like the main characters. Okay, what am I saying? So the point is, I like villains. So I have thought that why not just take the villains from How to Train Your Dragon, not only movies, also Riders of Berk and Dragons of the Edge. I don't know if there anything else. I'm pretty sure those are the only two, like, expansions, I can call it. I don't know. But I will be putting them in places from the best to the worst. Usually it's different. Usually it's from the worst to the best, but I have decided that I just want to talk a lot on the end. I want to say why I hate the villain that I chose to be the last, why I hate that villain so much, and I just want to explain so people can see and be like, yes, that makes sense. So I have decided to do that. And yeah, I don't know, I just like villains. So I have gotten all the villains. I will not be including Savage because I don't think he's good enough of a villain. He's usually just a follower, and then in Dragons of the Edge, he is trying to be a villain in one moment, but fails very quickly. So I didn't include him. But I have 9 villains, which are... Here's the new slide. So we have this dude, I don't remember his name. We have Dagger, we have Drago, we have Grimmel, we have yohan, we have this dude, just I'll remember it later. We have Mildew, and we have Ryker, and we have Vigo. So I'm gonna be looking at those villains. And Krogan. I remember his name, Krogan. So who is that villain on my first place? And maybe if you watched one of my videos, you would probably already know. So that is... Okay, I completely forgot that I have this. So I will be also rating them by this. So, what does this mean? So we have this little sun thing, the cloud and the moon. So that is gonna represent what kind of villain they are, because there's usually few kinds of villains. So there are ones that use more their brain, like just make plans, more like rely on other people, or just on themselves. It really depends, but that use more their brain, that have more brain power, that are more smart than the others. And then we have the strong ones that usually are not the smartest, usually not the dumbest, but also not the smartest, and usually just use their strength and their abilities to fight. And then we have this cloud that's gonna be something in the middle. That's the villain who uses both. Then we have these other shapes. You can see the blue heart, the star, the circle, and yeah. So these are the categories. We have the first category, which is I like those villains. Second category is this green star, and that is the category I like the villain, but I don't like them that much, but I don't hate them, I like them. Then we have the middle, which is this circle. So that is the villain that I just don't really care about. I don't hate them, I don't love them, it's just somewhere in the middle. Then we have this we have the purple cube, not cube, I can't remember. Okay, just don't mind me being dumb over here. So that is gonna be when I do not like the villain, but I don't hate them, that they would be in the last one. So I don't like them, but I don't hate them. And then we have the last one, the red one, and that is when I absolutely hate the villain. You're gonna see. I'm also gonna explain. And we have the backstory. If it's the plus, that means they do have a backstory, and if it's minus, that means they don't. So sometimes for villains, it is important for them to have a backstory. Oh my gosh, I'm already 5 minutes in, and I didn't even do anything. Sorry so much. Okay, let's start. So, the first one is going to be Vigo. And that is my personal favorite character out of the whole How to Train Your Dragon. I just think he is absolutely the best, and I just absolutely love him. So, he's on my first place, and unfortunately he does not have a backstory, and that sucks so much. I just want to see Vigo and Ryker being little kids. Oh, that sucks. And he's also a villain that uses his mind and his strength, which is one of very rare things because he is equally as skilled as smart. But and people are gonna be like, oh, but why doesn't he fight then? Because why would he? Why would he put himself in danger if he doesn't have to? And I just think that scar makes him even better. Sorry, but yeah. Ryker Grimborn, my absolute favorite character. Then we go to the next one, and that would be Dagger the Deranged. I'm pretty sure that's how you pronounce it. I put two pictures because Dagger actually made two appearances in two different things. One was Riders of Berk, and the other one was Race to the Edge. So in Riders of Berk, that was the first time he came. And the second time he came in Dragons of the Edge. So, I'm only counting Dagger when he was good. When he was bad. Because I hate when he was good. He was absolutely terrible when he was good. I absolutely hate him when he was good. Just, no. Just straight up, no. Just don't. Don't make him good. I just hate when he became good. He was like the only reason why I decided to watch like the third season, and then he gets redeemed and becomes so stupid. But yeah, he's on my second place. He's still in the category that villains I love because he's actually my second favorite character together with Mala. Never ship them. And he does have a backstory, pretty much enough of a backstory. I mean, as much as we know, his father went missing, then he took over, he was always crazy, which is great. And he's actually the only reason also why I decided to watch Riders of Berk, because I knew that existed. I was like, okay, that's another show about How to Train a Dragon, but I kind of don't want to watch it. But then I'm like, okay, Dagger must be in there. So yeah, and that's why I decided to watch Riders of Berk. Oh my, Riders of the Edge. I just combined those two. So yeah, and he usually uses his strength. He's not the brightest. So the third one is gonna be Grimmel the Grizzly. I can't help it. Grizzly, really? Okay, but he's in my second category, the villains that I like but I don't love. And he is on my third place, but quite far away from Vigo and Dagger. So, he does have a backstory. He's pretty much like Hiccup, but if Hiccup decided to kill Toothless. And he usually uses his mind way more than fighting. He doesn't really, he usually relies on something. He usually relies on his mind. He doesn't really fight that much. I think he's an interesting villain. I don't think he actually died because, he has fallen in the water. Okay, in the game, School of Dragons, he actually survived, I guess. But I'm not sure in the movie. Who knows? I'm pretty sure he survived. I don't see why wouldn't he. Next, on our fourth place is Drago Bloodfist, and there's one more reason that I cannot say right now, but I will say on the end of the video why he also came here, but he's still in my second category. I think he's a nice villain. I like that he has a backstory. I like that, we know why he's evil. And I like the fact that he lost an arm. And detail that, many people, that I didn't realize first. He's actually wearing, that, cloak, or how would you call that? Cape? A Night Fury. Yeah, so that is kind of crazy, I guess. But yeah, he does have a backstory. He usually uses his mind and his strength, which is a very good thing about villains. I like when villains have that. And also a fun fact, I already said this before, but if you didn't see it, actually in my language creation, Drago means something nice. Literally, I was always as a kid so confused, why would they call him nice? He's not nice. But now I realize it's just for me like that. Okay, now we go to the 5th place, and it's gonna be Ryker Grimborn. That is the absolute middle, so it means I don't really care about him that much. I don't hate him, I don't love him. I respect him definitely because he's Vigo's brother, even though he tried to murder him, but family problems, right? When I first saw him, I was like, okay, who the hell is this? Like, I wasn't very interested because, I don't know. I think he came in the 2nd season of Race to the Edge. Yes, he did, yes. He did, but I was more focused on Dagger back then. I was like, I like Dagger. He's definitely my favorite character. But then Vigo didn't come yet. Actually, Vigo became my favorite character in the episode where he died. That time he didn't die. So it was so funny, like I was the whole day having a crisis, like he just became my favorite character and he might be dead. But yeah, so he doesn't have a backstory. Why? Why? I want to see Vigo and Ryker as little kids, at least a picture. And he uses only his strength pretty much. I love the moments when Vigo is just like pretty much kind of embarrassing him for being the dumb one in the family, and like I just love those moments. They're just so hilarious. Like so yeah, he deserves the 5th place. Next is Alvin the Treacherous, who was Stoic's best friend. He does have a backstory, which is great. He's on my 4th category, which means that I don't really like him. I didn't really enjoy him as a villain. He was kind of annoying, but I still don't hate him. He's kind of close to being in the middle, but I still do not like him enough to be in the middle. So also he usually uses his strength. He doesn't use his mind that much. Usually other people do stuff for him. And I don't know. I don't really have too much to say about him. I think he's the only redeemed villain. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he is the only redeemed villain. So, let's continue on number 7. Mildew. So, this is an old grandpa that doesn't like dragons. That's pretty much how I call him. Like, what else am I supposed to say? The only reason why he's not in my last category that I hate him, because I can see where he's coming from. Like, I can see why he doesn't like dragons. Just imagine this. Your whole life, you were fighting dragons. They were killing you. You thought they were just beasts, disgusting and everything. And then suddenly the chief's little kid comes and it's like, oh, dragons are nice. And everybody's like, yay, dragons are nice. And yeah, I can kind of see why he went like that, why he did that, but I also that doesn't still excuse all the things he did. So yeah, that's why he is not still in the category that I hate him, but he's pretty close to there. But I'm giving him just a bit, like, I don't hate him that much. Okay, fine. He's on the 7th place. He does not have a backstory, but actually does. No, we don't really have a backstory, but it's pretty much just like, I lived here, and then they suddenly put dragons. And also he, I guess, uses his mind. He does not know how to fight, so this is the only thing I knew how to put. And also one thing, why are all the villains male? Like, only in School of Dragons, like, you have Stormheart, but she's not, like, in the real show. I don't get why they're all male. I don't know. So, next place goes to yohan. And now we're leaning to the last category, which is I hate him. I hate yohan so much. I hate him so freaking much. He does not have a backstory. I have absolutely no idea why he's doing what he is doing. I put here that he's using his mind, but he's just as dumb as, like, I don't know, actually. He's just very dumb. So, also, the point is, he was hiding, like, I don't know, at least for, like, 3 or 4 or maybe even 5 years just to gain their trust, to just break their trust in, like, a matter of minutes. he pretty much wasted his whole freaking life there, not really whole life, but like few years, just to make a good appearance, and then literally break it in just one episode because those guards are stupid and like said, give us the dragon eyes, or how are they called? Dragon lenses. So yeah, I would call him dumb. And also a little fun fact, like, when I first watched this, when I first saw Yohan, everybody's like, oh, Trader Yohan. And I was like, back then, I didn't know that trader can mean, like, trading stuff. And I thought that, like, he betrayed somebody. So I was like, why is everybody so happy to see a trader? It was kind of funny. But yeah, I kind of always didn't like him. And when he became a villain, I just hated him even more, because he's a disgrace to villains. All the villains should be ashamed just because he is one of them. And yeah, also the fact that he was threatening Vigo doesn't help, because oh yeah, and that's also gonna be one big argument in the next one. If you were paying attention, you're probably already gonna know who am I talking about that is so bad that should burn. Oh yeah, and Johan also died in ice. That's very nice. I love when bad villains die, and I did not like when good villains die, like Vigo. So, the last villain is Krogan. And I kind of put minus 1000 because I hate him with all my being and every fiber of my being. I hate him so much. From the second I saw him in the trailer, I hated him. From the second I heard his voice, I hated him. From the second I saw his ugly ass face, I hated him. So why? Why would I hate this character? And this is probably gonna take a while for me to explain because there's so many reasons. Of course, and yeah, now I can say it, why Drago was actually quite high on the list. Because he killed Krogan. Yes, thank you, Drago. Thank you so much. Krogan deserves to die. Whew. Thank God Drago was there. Thank God. Because otherwise this dude would probably live. Also, one of the reasons was his introduction. So if you know who he is, you see in the first episode. And how did that episode go? It was like this. They kidnapped the Death Song and forced it to hunt dragons for them. One of the dragon hunters like, okay, this is kind of feels like cheating. We're not doing it the old-fashioned way. And then Krogan was like, okay, then you can leave. And while that dragon hunter was leaving, he took a freaking sword and killed him in front of everybody. I don't know how or how that got in a kids movie, but somehow it did. And that was okay, I guess? How? How would you think something like that was okay? Like, that is just absolutely sick. I just can't. It is such... Also, another thing. When they asked Vigo for help, he wanted to kill Vigo even though Vigo wasn't even done working. Like, I get if you really want to kill him, like, then kill him after, like, he does what you want for them. For you, I mean. But no, he literally wanted to, like, kill him before Vigo even has done anything for them. Thank God Vigo knows how to fight. I felt so uncomfortable by Vigo just being next to this dude. And also one time, they were, like, playing, I think, Maces and Talons? Not sure. I can't remember exactly. But then he was like, why to kill figures when you can kill people? This psychopath was in a kid's show. I can't. Like, he is the most disgusting character in a cartoon I have ever seen. Like, never, ever, ever have I seen a character this disgusting and sick like him. And thank God that he got killed most of the villains usually get killed, but thank God, I could rewatch that scene thousands of times, and it would always be as beautiful as the moment when it happened, because he finally died. So yeah, tell me, do you think this psychopath should have lived or not? Okay, now we can forget about Krogan, because I hope everybody also hates him as much as I do. I really hope that that's the case. And also, if you want to tell me, like, what is your favorite character, favorite villain from How to Train Your Dragon? I might make a video about, like, why is the main theme actually quite bad. It's bad. It's bad. Like, I don't know. I will make probably another one of those kind of videos, because why not? But yeah, so I wanted to talk a lot more. I could literally talk to tomorrow, but it's already 20 minutes and it took me like 4 freaking minutes just to come in like the whole thing. I'm so sorry because of that. I like didn't even see how time passed very fast. Time passed very fast. Okay, but yeah, that would be the end. I hope you enjoyed this, and also just don't get this as like, this is like how it should be. This is partially just how I feel it should be, and I also have some arguments. So if you think that my list is wrong, definitely tell me, and tell me who would you put higher or lower or something different. If you want, please tell me who is your favorite villain. I just love to hear people like just want to see. And also, do you like villains? Because I love villains, except people like Krogan. Yeah, Krogan is pretty much the worst character I have ever seen. Why did I do that? I don't know. But he's the worst character I have ever seen in any kind of cartoon, movie, series, anywhere. He is the worst, and he should die once more. So that would be the end. Can I round it up to, let's round it up to 22 seconds. Okay, and bye!